Hey, everybody. We got Lori with us tonight from The Way of Positive Change. I was just with her on Thanksgiving. We run her channel. Well, I saw Dreamweaver say she got about 10 inches of snow. She's southeast of Chicago. I'm southwest of Chicago. We got close to 12 inches here. Wow. And I swear to God, there's always more snow in my driveway than the yard. The way the wind blows it up against my garage, it's always thicker right in front of my garage.
The drifts are amazing. I remember just, that was magical.
And my front porch was covered, which, I mean, there's a cover on it, but it's usually there's so little snow on the front porch, I can just like sweep it off. And then I have to do the stairs that aren't covered. But this time, no, I had accumulation on the front porch. I was like, dang.
You're going to have to get one of those cute guys from the neighborhood, Jen.
Gonna have to find some high school kids that want to earn some extra money or something.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people looking for jobs. Post it.
What's going on, guys? Anybody got announcements? Miss Lori, you got anything going on?
If you want to have a reading with me, I have readings available in the month of December. You can go to thewayofpositivechange.com and just scroll down to book an appointment. I also have gift certificates available. They should be up this week. I think she's already got them up, but I think they're there. And I'm going to start tarot classes again in January, just like Johnny. If you've taken his class, you might want to take mine. If you've taken mine, you might want to take his. Or you might want to take both.
I did.
We learn from each other. That's it.
What you got going on, Johnny? You got your class?
I'm fighting with the internet connection. So if I freeze or drop out, then it's being stupid. Retro is still over here. It lives here in this dang house. But
you are not me. That's all
it's supposed to go direct today, but again, I think it's a horrible heifer with cheap shoes is what I think it is. But that's just me.
I noticed when you were talking a second ago, you were out of sync with the video.
Mm-hmm. It keeps doing it.
Johnny's got magic powers.
That was only it. Beginner's Tarot is January the 4th. If you want to reserve a spot, email me tarotsprinces@gmail.com. That's all I got. While I fight with Mercury, the uninhabitable planet. I just want to keep mentioning that.
Need some grounding crystals around that computer.
Or if Mercury would just fall into the sun already, we would be done with this. I mean,
no, I don't think so.
That would be great. He's not a real god anyway, so who cares? He's the god of mischief. Who needs that?
Anybody have their tree up yet?
Well,
Lynn's never goes, I mean something different. Okay.
Nobody does.
You might put a new tree up. Miss Becca, what you got going on?
Nothing.
Your hair looks really pretty tonight.
That looks very pretty. That's pretty.
Can you put a tree in your house?
Pretty. It probably always looks pretty, but we only see her on Sunday nights, so.
But it has that purple flare.
Yeah, most of the time I've just been hiding, reclaiming my peace from all this bullshittery that's going on. So, yeah, reading my books.
I mean, what's better than mine?
Crocheting, coloring, playing with my dog, minding my business. That's my life. Working. And no, I'm not getting a tree this year. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling crap for the holiday season. Like, I was talking to Peanut. He just wants gift cards. So, and then Braxy's going to get some treats, and that's about it. So there's no point in getting a tree, you know? So
Well, what about just a little tree?
Little tabletop.
No? Okay.
I'm just not feeling it this year. It's like I'm not.
It's hard. It's hard because that's why, the astrological lineup for in Sagittarius with this square and square and square could just be very challenging. So we really going into gratitude is really gonna, really gonna save our asses because
Yeah,
we
I
got
just,
things to be grateful for to tread water and stay up here,
Yeah.
to save our
It's
sand.
it's a really hard month astrologically
Yeah,
speaking.
we'll just go into this quicksand judgment thing that doesn't get us anywhere. That the highest form of prayer is gratitude. The highest form of grace is gratitude. And I told people in the class before that you can't get mad at your mate if you find 5 things to be grateful for. It's impossible because you can't be.
Oh, I hear Braxy. Thank you, Wordsmither.
yeah, I'm muting myself because she's throwing a fit. So, see her little picture right there?
Oh, cute. Miss Braxy.
Yeah,
The
little
queen.
monster.
Well, for me, if you would like a reading with me, I have a few openings in December, and I'm taking the week after Christmas off. You can go to Jen Lynn Tarot, 2 N's in Jen, 2 N's in Lynn, jenlyntarot.com. Or if you would like to purchase a gift card, a lot of you have been purchasing gift cards for Christmas presents and stuff. Just make sure you put the address in correctly for who you're sending it to, because it bounces back to me if you don't. Oh, Lori, you've lost your sound. I just realized you were talking. Still not back. Still not back. We went through this Thursday. Mercury retrograde.
Still not back. Is Mercury still retrograde?
Goes
Yeah.
back.
Thing to make one out.
There you are.
There you are. We can hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what to do. Okay. So,
Mercury.
there I am.
Yeah, all I know is that when's that full moon, December 9th? I'm going to be watching the obituaries around then.
It's in Gemini too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get that damn voodoo doll, and I'll go to the store and get my Cheetos. We're making it. We are manifesting that shit right now.
Well, we're on your channel next week, Becca, so you better have a bag of Cheetos handy.
I have a huge bag of Cheetos and a brick. Actually, no, the black tourmaline will work just fine.
Well, you don't want to chip your tourmaline up too much.
Yeah,
She can buy another. Yeah.
Find a hammer.
Take care of your health. Please take good care of your health. Oh, one day obituary.
Full moon's 12/4. Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's see where to start.
Where to start?
Well, let's start with Becca's question. Troy Nels from Texas, not seeking re-election in the midterms. We're going to flip that seat blue. He's probably in a very Republican district, but I got so hot and sweaty while I was out there snow blowing and shoveling and everything. It got my sinuses running, so now I'm coughing because I got my sinuses all loosened up. So pardon me if I'm coughing a little more tonight. And if I have any of my energy healing students in the chat or watching this later, if you can work on my right shoulder from snow shoveling, I would greatly appreciate it.
I'll send.
What you think, Lori? We're gonna flip it?
boy, this is tough. It's really gerrymandered. I mean, everything at its base is just really rigged, and this is really tough. I don't think so. I mean, maybe at the very end but it's really tough. It's really tough. They're really gathered together to try to fight this. They work really hard. Can they make it happen? You guys go ahead. Let me see. Let me shuffle it out. Work really hard.
Well, I got it's going to end up in the courts. Because they try to steal it. What are you getting, Johnny?
No. Nope.
Yeah, it looks really tough. God, they're just so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you get? What you
Really?
getting, Becca?
Crossroads Stars Key, the election, but there's something with the maps that is super important. So it's like they gave themselves options with maps. Gerrymandered. It's gerrymandered to the moon and back.
Really bad.
And bullying. You know, we know Paxton there likes to throw out ballots. I get it's an illusion though. It's an image that he wins. He doesn't, or that a Republican wins. They don't really win, but the vote counts there. Watch it go to court because they're trying to steal it. I'm getting 50-50. I'm not getting a clear answer yet, so we'll look at that a little closer when we see who's running against the Democrat.
Doesn't look good.
So, are we going to see more Republicans dropping out? This is our second one, MTG and this guy, and actually, I think it may be the third one. Are we going to see more before the midterms, more Republicans dropping out of running?
Of the House or the Senate or just overall or?
I'm going to say the House because would be easier to take over, I think.
We had read about this a couple of weeks ago, Jenny, on my channel.
Yeah.
And we had asked if Marjorie Taylor Greene was going to be the canary in the coal mine. And I think we all got yes. And then the following week, I think she said that she was not seeking re-election. And then we got news that there was a bunch more that were going to be resigning. So
Yeah, they don't feel like they can win.
I think it's pretty rapid too, so they can name somebody else to run. What you getting, Johnny?
Yes, at least three. I got three people anyway. But the last two cards I get is the Ace of Wands, new action, Six of Swords is a transition. So, yes, there will be more to escape the administration.
What you getting, Lori?
I think there's really big fights. Really big fights. But the old money is really going to put up a big fight. I mean, it's huge. It's huge. It's more money than they've ever put out before. And they were trying to buy the judges, and they're really, really, really crushing. They know that they're in a big, big, big battle, and they're telling people they're going to stay. If you don't stay and you don't fight, your life is going to be hell. So there's several of them that are just being threatened, that are staying out of guilt, fear, and false sense of responsibility towards others. It's really very, very painful. It's the devil they know. They stay with the devil they know because they don't. It's really bad. It's really bad. So there's going to be a few, I think. There's big, but if I had to guess, I'd go with 2. Johnny, how many did you get?
3.
I mean, it could be 3. But boy, they're putting up some big bucks to just say it's fear. It's fear
I
mongering.
got a king of cups, queen of swords. The king of swords could be Trump because it came with the 10 of wands, because that's the person who would be burdened the most if the house were to flip to the Dems. So if it's not 3 people, it's 2 plus Donald Trump being the burdened one. But I had 3 people to show it.
Wow. Okay.
I'm getting an abundance of them and like quick endings. Like this for me is like a 8-week card, 8 of wands. So I think we're going to see it in the next 2 months. It's because of the leader. They're disgusted, and all the lies and the cover up and gaslighting, and as well as feeling like they might get trapped in some of this, like they might end up in court. But yeah, you still getting a yes, Becca? More coming?
Ring, Lilies, Mountain, yes. Resigning, resignation, retiring.
But doesn't the mountain mean a problem? And
Problems, delays, blockages, obstructions, enemy. So it's really like committed to resigning because of an enemy, or committed to resigning because of obstruction and problems and delays. So,
Well,
I mean, here's the thing though. If they really are unhappy with their leadership, they could all just get together and jettison Mike Johnson like they did McCarthy.
and jettison Trump.
That it's not that difficult. Why they're dancing around the issue, I don't understand. But whatever.
So we only need 6 seats to take over the House. Will the Dems take over the House before midterms?
will the Dems take over the House?
What you getting, Lori?
Boy, this is really hard. I'm still getting, okay. So there's going to be so many that fall. There's going to be so many nights that fall. And then there's this beleaguered, you will fight for us, you will do for us, you will be with the devil that you know. And then where they've fought before, now they don't have a commitment. They're still trying to stand up for what they believe in, but it just doesn't mesh out. And then as we get closer and closer and closer, right before, I think the answer is yes. But I don't think it's like tomorrow. I think it's like, well, when does that happen? When do the midterms? I think it's like right before, because it's not fast. When do the midterms happen?
November.
All the way till November of 2026?
Uh-huh. Election day.
Well, I think it'll be before that. So the answer is yes. But I don't feel like it's going to be really, really quick. Because the Two of Cups is not quick.
What you getting, Johnny?
Same thing. I think the Six of Wands is the last card. It is a victory, but it's victory after a struggle. So you have to go through the Five of Wands first before you get to the Six of Wands, before you can get to the Seven of Wands where you're elevated. So a solution or a victory emerges, but only after the battle. So it's not tomorrow. It could be, like Lori said, I think, like at the last minute or something.
Yeah, I'm
Which
getting
is-
the same thing. It's like we have to wait a little bit. It's not tomorrow. Temperance. Yeah, this is my America card. We have to wait a little bit for the balance to restore in the house. Burden right now to get any work done, but there is a change, and I'm getting, the loser takes a dirt nap again. And I get that there's a new speaker that moves in, new speaker of the House and the government. And Republicans, like a whole bunch of them, just fleeing. So, they don't have immunity like Trump does. So, what you getting, Becca?
An abundance of problems in the institution. Fish, snake, tower. So, yeah, but it's not anytime soon. There's got to be big problems in like an avalanche of stuff that happens first. So, because there's an abundance of
Like
trouble.
people losing health care and
Troubles, lies, betrayal, viciousness, retaliation, that sort of stuff. So yes, but not next week, not next month, not in February or March or April. It's coming, but not, because I asked it, will the Dems take over the House before the midterms? And it's reading like a yes, but it doesn't happen fast. See what I'm saying? So
it's a slow yes.
Yeah, and when Becca did her grand tableau for her birthday, around her birthday time, she just kept, because I always keep getting a problem with Hakeem Jeffries. I just keep getting a giant problem with him. And then I come up with that Catherine Clark lady, the tall, gray hair. She's the whip. She's the whip of the House of Reps. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
So I don't know what's gonna. I can't really foretell what's really gonna happen there. I just know that Hakeem Jeffries is gonna have a problem.
yeah, and did you guys hear about the revolt, the Fight Club that started in the Senate with the Democrats?
No.
So Elizabeth Warren and a few others got together and started a fight club in the Senate, which first rule about Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. Okay. But they started a fight club to jettison Chuck in the Senate. They're like, he needs to go. He needs to go. And you would be remiss if you don't recognize that same type of energy is in the House too. Because Hakeem Jeffries is a corporate AIPAC friendly Dem, and he was installed by Nancy Pelosi, which is only concerned about keeping the status quo. They kept AOC out of leadership position. They kept Jasmine Crockett out of leadership position. Do you see what I'm saying? And replace those people with geriatric folks. One of them passed away. The other one, I think, is ill. So it's not doing any.
And America is very progressive.
Yeah.
We want the progressives. Thank you, Tom.
But they're more concerned about their donor class and delivering for their donor class, and they are there's
Wow.
more constituents than there are donor class.
Jasmine,
You know,
Jasmine Crockett is just she's a rocket.
yeah.
Rock
Yeah.
star.
Yeah, and they will not allow these new voices into leadership, and people are starting to get,
Well,
you know,
gonna throw them all out.
yeah.
But
So-
what they're finding, though, I mean, when you look at the elections this past November, a lot of progressives were getting in, were flipping those seats. So they better take a more progressive stance, and they better, work on that. So
As a matter of fact, they all got together and voted unanimously with Republicans to condemn socialism. That tells you that's the only thing that they can come up with bipartisan. We're condemning socialism. What they're not telling you is that they're condemning democratic socialism. So it's using terms to
They don't
fool
know.
the public when we're not being fooled.
Yeah,
So
it's word salad. Well, are we going to have another government shutdown at the end of January? We just had the longest one yet, 43 days? Are we going to have another one in January? Because these guys can't work on anything together.
And they can't even get the SNAP payments right. People are still getting their payments from November, and then now they're putting more work requirements on there now.
Right, that's part of his big, beautiful bill. They've
raised the age limits to 64 and disability, and it's just like, oh my God.
It's crazy because there are
some odd, if you don't have any dependents, then you are no longer, you have to work. If you have dependents, or it's just it's a F.
There are elderly that make limited income on Social Security that need SNAP and Meals on Wheels and stuff.
I'm sorry.
They don't care. Will there be another government shutdown in January?
There'll be another government.
At this point, truly, I don't understand why regular people, middle class and working class, vote Republican. Check your bank account. You cannot afford to vote Republican. And these people do it. They do it, so.
They will become the few and far between. There's way more of us than it is of them. And there's way more of us that are wealthy that can do well than that.
Jenny, I'm going to go really quick because I'm going to feed the baby. She's throwing a fit. I guess the bouquet, the fish, the key. There's an offer, some sort of transaction that's going to be very important. It may have to do with shopping or business, the market. But there's an offer here or some sort of a reward. But these are all positive cards. So there might be something in that bill that's another huge giveaway, a gift of money that's very significant that may cause it, because these are all reading like a yes. Because it's a gift of money, a gift of abundance and prosperity that's very significant. And it ain't coming to us.
And they ain't giving it to who needs it.
It ain't coming to us. So it's another gift wrapped package to billionaires and now trillionaires now that we have them. So I'll be back. I'm going to go feed my kid.
What you getting, Johnny?
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been fighting with the darn internet for like 20 minutes. In essence, I get no. This is the last card. Tower's a no for me. However, the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Swords, there will be a lot of chaos surrounding the bills and things like that. So the potential is still there because this could just be a disaster coming. But if I'm just going yes or no, it's a no.
What you getting, Lori?
I'm getting that they're going to try to say that there's going to be a shutdown. They're going to threaten it because they want control. So I'm going to shuffle again because I'm going to see what's going to happen. So if you could tell us what you get.
Yeah. I'm getting there's a new problem, and they want to go party in the house, take time off again. It's a lie, whatever it is that they're trying to put forward, blaming it on the Dems. It's a lie, but I get there's a big old burden, a lot of anxiety, pushing it to the wire. Republicans assessing what's offered, and the speaker listening to the moneyed people. But they don't care. I think they will. I think they will shut down for a little while, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm getting yes too. Yes.
Sorry, there's a glare on my cards, guys. I can't get my lighting right.
It's not good. It's not good.
Eric Swalwell is now being targeted for mortgage fraud, just like they targeted Letitia James in tax evasion. So he sued the housing official, Bill Pulte, for digging around in private records. So how's this going to go for Eric? Is he going to win this lawsuit against Bill Pulte? Because that's illegal to dig around our private mortgage records and stuff. He's the head of housing.
I think Pulte is going down, but will Eric Swalwell win his lawsuit against Pulte? And Pulte Homes. Now, I don't know if he's, what is that guy's name?
Bill Pulte.
Is Bill Pulte associated with Pulte Homes in Florida?
Probably. He's got a really crooked background.
Bill Pulte is associated with Pulte Homes through his family lineage.
Pulte Group until 2020. Currently, however, his focus is on his own private equity firm, Pulte Capital Partners, and philanthropy.
He is the
Though
grandson.
Pulte has a strong presence in Florida.
Oh, that's too bad because my youngest son runs the air conditioning company that does all of their air conditioning systems. He wins.
He does.
He might not win by much, but he gets something.
What you getting, Johnny?
Same thing. I don't know how that happens, exactly what it looks like, because I get the 5 of swords, which I think, oh, there's a defeat there, but there's a strength. So he overcomes some way, somehow. Death and the strength card with the Knight of Cups there too. So I don't know exactly what happens if they come to some sort of agreement. I don't have the 2 of Cups here for agreement, or I don't even have the Justice, but they may come to some sort of agreement, which is why he has overcome this situation. So we shall see.
Got Judgment on the bottom. I was like, but which way, Judgment? Yeah, he wins this because it was a manipulation to try to trap him in something, to bully him. He was targeted. Strength, Sun card, Star card, and my Democrat card. Yep, he wins.
He's running for governor too, so they have to target him a little bit.
Yeah. So Thomas Massey, who was the Republican, that said, yes, we need to release the Mr. Epps files. He had an aide that was targeted, that was threatened by the FBI on the orders of Kash Patel and what's that other dingbat's name under Kash?
Bongino. And
Bongino.
him, he hasn't been anywhere. He's not even there. Please.
Dan Bongino.
Joanne Maxwell is not in prison. She's not there. Hello. She is not there. She's left. They just let her leave. She just leaves. It's like Bernie weekends, whatever. Bongino is not there. When's the last time you saw Bongino?
Well, Thomas Massey said they called his aide and threatened her for a fraud investigation if they don't fall in line on the Epps stuff. So they threatened his aide. Like, you guys need to vote against this. We're going to threaten you with a fraud investigation. It was very specific fraud. So, here we go again. He's going to probably get Pulte or somebody to look at mortgage fraud or something. So Thomas Massey called Dan Bongino and told him what had happened. And Dan said, "Oh, I'll take care of it." So then
That was a while ago.
yeah, but then the guy texted his aide and said, I've been told, that I need to apologize for what I said to you, for being rude. He didn't apologize for threatening her. He just apologized for being rude about it. So is Thomas Massey going to do anything with this? Like, is he going to stir up an investigation into the FBI threatening people, or? Especially Kash Patel.
Bongino didn't want to work. He didn't want to work. He was mad about the hours. He's not there.
Kash Patel, the playboy, he's running around on the private jet all the time and going to concerts in Vegas and all this other stuff.
That's one of the big things I can feel is that he is not there. He is vacant. Vacant.
They're party boys.
Yeah, no, he's vacant. And Ghislaine Maxwell is not in that person. She's not there. She could go back for photo ops or daytime visits or something, but she's not there. Or she gets out. All I can hear is vacant.
I heard he's too busy working on his tan.
Massey?
Yes, I don't even know what he looks like. That's why I keep hearing.
Tan? No, he's not.
All the sun is gone. I guess he's got to keep his color. I get the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. I'm going to say no, because there are other things on the schedule and agenda which have nothing to do with his actual job title, probably. The Chariot and the Knight of Cups. There could be someone that he is trying to push some favor towards. Whoever with this Knight of Cups and the Chariot, he is working hard for someone that does not deserve such favor. The King of Wands, or the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands in the warning position. It could potentially be something that is quite corrupt, but just to be nice, I'm saying potentially. Be something that's quite corrupt, but who's going to do anything about that? Nobody. But in the end, Ten of Pentacles and the Tower, I still say no. He is not going to do anything that nobody makes them do. So there is that.
What you getting, Lori?
I get the same thing Johnny's got. He's only working on a couple of angles. And if it doesn't have to jive with his groove, he's not going to do it. He's going to get around it. He's blocked. And he's working on a few things, and he wants to make off with some cash and some payments, and he wants to head off for some other things. So I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no too. He's kind of stuck, trapped. He's already gotten his plans off the ground, which was to try to get the Epstein file released. So I get no's. But he'll regret this. He's working on fundraising and everything, but there will be someone that looks into this later in time somebody's going to look at the communications that were sent in a threatening way. So I do get that there's more coming out about this, more illumination of things done in secret. So there will be investigations, but it's not spearheaded by Thomas Massey. He'll probably be called to testify.
It's gonna be someone else. Because he's skedaddling out. After he accomplishes what he wants to do, he's out. He's out of it. I'm skedaddling.
So Trump wants to rename Republicans Trumplicans.
Oh God, why don't we just go for Munchkins? It's Munchkins, let's face it. Munchkins have nothings. They're Munchkins donut holes. They have little
No, I like those. He can't claim that name.
And please,
How about Yamticians?
because of one of Braxy's nicknames is Munchkin. I call her Munchkin.
I'm sorry, but is Trump
I mean, here's the thing.
all right,
The
Here's the-
Mushroomians.
Trumplicans are going to the gnomes then. Trumplicans are gnomes.
Gnomes are supposed to be evil. We can go with gnomes, aren't they?
Wait, they're no gremlins. No, I mean Trumplicans.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
You can't rebrand. Let's get Donnie Deutsch in here.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I saw a meme the other day with a bunch of his cabinet people, and they all had orange stains around the mouth because that's the position that they took in life, is to constantly kiss the behind of this guy. They have rebranded themselves by their deeds and their actions. All he's doing is giving them a name. They've already said, we are this. They're just calling themselves Republican. J.D. Vance came out and bashed old school Republicans, or the GOP. He said that they were weak before Donald Trump. So all of the Bushes and all of the Pences and all of the old guard, he said that those people, and the Mitch McConnells of the world, all those people were weak before Donald Trump. Donald Trump rebranded them when they never took him out of office when they had a chance to. They never stood up to him when they had a chance to. He then owned them. PWNED, that's internet word for owned. He owned them. And so he owns them now. Otherwise, they would be marching towards impeachment too for the tariffs and the wars and the this and the that. He has done a lot within these past 10 months that they could bring some sort of anything, investigation, impeachment, something on him, but they won't because they are Trumpumpkins. Go for it.
You can't tear down the White House. He tears down the White House. You can't shoot at other countries' people without an act from Congress. He shoots at Venezuelans and stuff.
They just invaded Mexico technically because they were on Mexican beach putting up signs talking about stay away.
And to Johnny's point, they have completely abdicated their duties as an equal branch of government.
They're feckless. They've
to
been rendered
respect this
feckless.
power. The Constitution by the Republicans has been shelved as null and void. Let him do whatever he wants.
They did it themselves.
And then when the Democrats come back in, then it becomes, the Constitution, the Constitution, the Constitution. So at this point, just freaking own it. Just own it. You just own it. And you know what? When you piss off your constituents, you don't even have to face them because Mike Johnson told you it was okay. Don't even go home and do town halls.
I mean, just like Stalin and Lenin, he wants a big old statue put up. He wants to drain the reflecting pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial.
If he had 11,976 impeachable offenses his first term, he's got over 3 million now. Because every single day is just an open crime spree. And they're just like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. Oh, he's dying. He's possibly terminally ill and his brain is literally oozing out of his ear. That's okay. Worry about Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
I just, whatever.
Meanwhile, if Joe Biden owed New York City $500 million, you try to impeach him. If Joe Biden had a case in Georgia, which was just dismissed, you try to impeach him. If Joe Biden would have pardoned his son on day one, you would have tried to impeach him. Donald Trump commits a crime every 3.5 seconds and nothing.
Every inhale.
Yes.
So, will he be successful? Because he loves to brand things. He likes his name out there. That's his legacy. The Trumplicans. He renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Come on.
Go back.
That's it. It's gotta go back.
That's gonna go back.
Nobody's accepted it except for
It's
Google
not,
Maps.
that's not even technically true because they own like 70% of it or whatever. So anyway,
Nobody else in the world has adopted it.
Right before Halloween, I was in Farmer Joe's, which is one of the biggest Republicans farm-friendly places to go shop with, all local farmers. And there was one guy, I was going to take a picture, but I was like, I can't even believe this is happening. I look out, I am bagging my own groceries. I'm looking over, and one guy has a shirt on that says Gulf America, and one guy over here says Gulf of Mexico. I'm like, is this happening? Is this happening? They're in aisle 2, aisle 4, Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. I could not even believe it was happening. I couldn't even believe we got out of the store without a fist fight.
will he be successful?
I was pretty busy from Thanksgiving to yesterday. I ate a lot of turkey these last few days. I'm turkeyed out. But one of the Thanksgiving dinners that we went to, the majority of people that were there from one side of the family are very conservative. And I was sitting there crocheting my little blanket with one ear open to the conversation they were having. And let me tell you, boy, oh boy, were they pissed off at what Republicans are doing right now and how they're all bending the knee to Donald Trump. I was like, wow. I kept my mouth shut. Me mordida teacher. I kept my mouth shut, and I'm just sitting there like eavesdropping in my chair, just doo-doo-doo. What are you saying? What are you saying? You know, and it was interesting. It was, some of the stuff they were talking about was very interesting. They had a lot of these political talking points that we all know is bullshit about the invasion of our country by illegals and this, that, and the other thing. But it was minor compared to everything else. You know, they were talking about illegals and stuff, and they're like, well, those are all the people that are working on farms. Now they're gone. Look at the prices of food. Like, I'm like, oh, so they're not idiots. They're putting 2 and 2 together and see that 2 + 2 does not equal 87, like Trump is trying to tell you. You know,
they see their prices going up while Trump's making millions and billions.
And just
while he's in
because I'm
office.
telling you, just like COVID, hiding the numbers for the economy, hiding the numbers on the jobs, hiding all the numbers, just like he did COVID, as if we don't have 2 eyes. And we go to the store and we know that we paid $8 a couple of months ago for coffee and it's now $15. You don't have eyes in front of your face that tell you how much you're getting paid every 2 weeks. Your pay hasn't gone up, but everything else has gone up.
Yeah.
As if we can't put 2 and 2 together. You know, you can sit there and scream that the sky is green. The rest of us can see the reality. You know,
it's really funny that Trump, called that news lady the other day stupid, and the other one he called piggy, and yet he thinks we're all stupid, and it's like, no, dude, the veil has been pulled from you. Everybody's seeing now.
Like I always say, you can say as much as you want, but the truth is so big you can't cover it up. I know what I get paid every 2 weeks. I have receipts. I can go on my online banking and see how much I spent a few months ago when I went grocery shopping compared to what I'm paying now. And spoiler alert, just like during COVID, unless Congress does something, which they won't under this administration, those prices ain't ever coming back down. Ever. So get used to it, So, and I just don't see how MAGA can sit there and say, oh, the prices are down. I hope you enjoy eating eggs because the price of beef went up. The price of chicken went up. Tyson is closing down a meat plant and laying off 3,200 people. We're
going to hit a point where the middle class needs food stamps because everything keeps going up.
Yes.
Well, we had
They just closed down that plant in a town with like 8,000 people. Half the people work there.
3,200 about to be laid off in Tyson, and that was a Trump heavy place. And you're going to tell those people that you're doing fantastic when they're looking at their unemployment check and going, "Oh shit, now I can't even get SNAP because you freaking cut that too." So not only am I on unemployment with a mortgage and car payment and no insurance because you cut that too, and now I can't get food stamps, and I got to make this $900 a month stretch. God knows how much when it cost $3,500 for everything. Like, I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? You can't tell people to live in a reality that they're not living in, because the numbers just don't add up. But
we had 364 people taken in one day. In one day, from Immokalee tomato farms, from Home Depot, from the Ortiz family flea market, and I can't even remember it. It was astonishing. I didn't even think to Satan would allow that to happen, but it did. If you don't, when they talk, it's really a travesty.
It's disgusting. It's just disgusting.
We have to have please understand that the people that live in Immokalee neighborhood systems, I've supported, but they are in like this perpetual slavery. Like their rents are so high and they only get paid so much, so that they you can stay here, but you have to pay us, but you have to go do this work, and then it's just like it's this perpetual slavery. And now they're gone, and now they're gone.
Yeah.
And now there's no one to pick the tomatoes, and so we're just really it's going to get bad, because in my dream it was the ugly cry, and I'm not to the ugly cry yet. I don't know what it's going to take, but I'm not to the ugly cry yet. But we're going to go to the ugly cry, unfortunately.
Yeah, all these, the majority of the detention centers where ICE is keeping the majority of the people, like they take people from Massachusetts and send them down to Louisiana. The majority of them are
They're all going to
they're
Louisiana.
for profit, and they're in red states.
Yeah.
So they're making some billionaires making money off of all these detainees.
Of course they are.
so they're making millions of dollars while we pick up the bill, because the prices went through the roof at the grocery store, because now it's not a supply chain issue. Now it's you don't have the workers issue. But meanwhile, Trump is making $70 million on our taxpayer money so he can go hit a ball into a hole that he can't see. And his fat ass ain't walking to get that ball. He's going to get on a little car and drive that little car. And oh, by the way, he cheats at every freaking game he plays. So we get to pick that bill up too. Well, he's telling us everything is fantastic, as if we don't have eyes and ears in our faces.
So is he going to rename us the Trumplicans? Is he going to rename the Republicans?
We need to send some pizzas to like Harlan Crow.
What card was that, Johnny?
The moon.
Sorry.
The moon and the death and the 9 of cups. Yes, it's commercial, mind you. It's not like it's going to be on the ballot or anything. So it may just be something that, like MAGA, is not a name of a political party. But it's something you can align yourself to, that people know what you are. Like Tea Party, even though Tea Party was a thing.
You could buy the hat.
You can buy the hat. Something that he can make money off of, or something stupid like that. But yes, there is a change coming. Well, the change is here because, again, they're already his. They belong to him. And what's crazier is he invaded you, took you over, and he's not even a Republican.
No.
Go figure. He's just the one that knew that these were the people I could sell anything to, because all they care about is hate and hurt. How can you hurt people? How can you hate people? He can do that. That's fine. He can BS his way into that. It's harder, not impossible, but it's a little harder to win over Democrats, especially if that's going to be your platform. And so he knew where to go. Didn't he say this a long time ago? I love the poorly uneducated. He also said, if I was to run for office or something, I would run as a Republican because they're stupid or they believe anything or something like that.
And he also said smart people don't like me.
Which is true.
Everybody on this channel tonight doesn't like him. What you getting, Lori? Is he going to rename it?
He's going to go through religion. He is going to go through the Charlie Clerks, the Erica Clerks, everything that Johnny said, and they feel very downtrodden, but they're going to try to rebrand, and they're going to try to do it through a Christian worship sort of thing. So, yeah.
So while you're struggling to pay your utilities and put food on the table, just remember it's the gays and the transgender that are making your life effing miserable.
That's exactly right.
Right. He's going to move to get forward on this and take an action. Even if he's only saying it, he does rebrand it. And he, the bully will be victorious in renaming the Republican Party. Go for it, Donald. They're your babies.
He's going to rename, but what I don't understand is why don't people read the Bible?
They do. They just read the parts that the pastor told them to read.
They don't read it, Johnny.
They cherry pick.
No.
Yes.
How many people do you know have read the whole Bible? How many people
Admit it, none.
have you?
But I only did that because it was part of a philosophy class. 3
Mm.
courses that I took in college. That's the only way I read the Bible cover to cover, and it was because it was in a philosophy class. I get the book, The Ship, the Lilies. They'll transition back to something clean eventually. That's going to be a long road ahead.
They will.
For now, they're going to be known as that, and also they're also going to be known as the party that transitioned to racism, because you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You can't do it. All the Hispanic Republicans have exited. The majority have exited.
But it's the Republicans that freed the slaves, yes, and they've been working hard for black people ever since.
Yep.
Yes,
They freed the slaves, but they're the ones that ushered in Jim Crow.
I mean,
Okay, so just let's not get it twisted here, So
Honestly, when I was doing my walks and I was looking at all of these people that I know in my neighborhood and the Hispanics that were voting for Trump, I'm like, I just didn't get it. But then I understood that he was going on their airwaves and that their channels that they were listening to.
Univision,
Telemundo.
that is Fox News. That's Univision. It's Fox News for Hispanic people, and I say that as a Hispanic person. It's all propaganda and bullshit. But like I said, tapar el sol con un dedo. You have all these stupid, and I say this as a Cuban American, all these stupid Cubans. Voy a votar por Trump. Voy a votar por Trump. Mi papi Trump. Mi papi Trump. And now they're all getting deported. And they're screaming and crying on the news. Es una injusticia. What did you think was going to happen? You think he was going to come and get all the people from South America? And not you? You're Hispanic? And now they're all fleeing the ship. Good luck getting all those people back because you stood by and allowed it to happen.
Mhm.
So I'm just saying. But people are dumb and they have the attention span of a gnat as well. How are you telling me that we saw what this mofo did January 6th and the horrors during COVID and the criminality his first term?
Nobody paid attention though. They didn't pay attention.
And people still today are like, yep, that's my guy. We know he stole the election, but you still have people that saw that and said, that right there, I'm going to vote for that.
Again.
And completely forgot everything that happened,
Yeah, the 2 National Guard members that were shot and one that later passed away, Sarah, when Trump was asked, are you going to go to her funeral? She's from West Virginia. He goes, oh, I won big there. Oh, I'm so popular. Like, it goes on and on about him,
he has
himself.
No
And yeah, nothing about, oh, I might have to think about that. Thank you, Torque.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but good Lord.
It's all about himself. Someone passed away that you sent to DC, and all you can talk about is, oh, I'm so popular in West Virginia.
That, you know what's funny that you're talking about that? The assassination attempt, and I'm using that term very loosely, that Tucker Carlson did a whole freaking 60-minute segment questioning the validity of that attempt,
Yep,
saying that it was staged.
it's coming.
An innocent man lost his life.
Mhm.
And he didn't even bother to call the wife. He did not. He got his photo shoot. What makes you think he gives two shits about a National Guards person losing their life when we know that he has said people that serve and people who have served are suckers and losers? Why would he give a shit? Why would he give a shit?
Lori and I kind of looked at this Thursday. Was that a false flag operation? So that he could declare martial law and send more military into DC. Was that a false flag?
So we're asking if Trump intervened somehow.
If Trump, just like, you know, his Butler PA thing. Thank you, Gigi.
Oh wait. Okay, so clarify what we're asking about.
Was this a planned attack on the National Guard
In
by
Washington,
Trump's
D.C.
administration so that he could declare martial law and send more military in? Was this
in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got the
Was this-
moon. There's a plot. I got the Three of Swords. There's a betrayal. And have the Ace of Pentacles. There is an opportunity. I'll just
And
leave
mind
it
you, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but they're saying that guy was vetted by Trump, and he's ex-CIA. So there's that little nugget.
And he doesn't care if he has to sacrifice other people to get his agenda, which is, oh, look at how dangerous it is. Yep. What y'all getting? Well, Johnny, I got the same thing. Like, somebody paid to do this. Like, a lot of money went to do this to make security look ambiguous. Like, oh, it's not safe. It's not safe. And I get the order came from Trump. Victory on this because he can get away with it. You know, like he said, I can shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue and get away with it. And I get this is something that Putin told him to work on. What you getting, Lori?
It's really bad. It's really bad. It's a 100% orchestrated, paid offer money. Get yourself out of your situation. We'll give you money. Really bad.
What's really funny, like Reagan, when he, an attempt was made on him, we heard about it for weeks and weeks, and we still know the name of the guy who had the Jodie Foster fixation, right? That attacked him. We don't know anything about these supposed people that he sets up to do things.
And another thing, when his ear was blown off and grew back like
No, that is completely right, tied into this completely 100%.
because if you did it once and didn't get caught, why not do it again?
Again, why not?
And he's a fucking sociopath. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give. Over 1 million people died on his first watch. What makes you think he cares? And the kid or whatever that blew off his ear and he grew it back like SpongeBob, if that had really happened, he would have said about it to this day. The fact that he only said it for like a couple of days and he wore a
Hillary Clinton
Maxi pad for a
got the
couple of days.
popular vote. And when she got the popular vote in that election, he cried that election was rigged for years. And he still, and mind you, he won it. and still said the election was rigged because Hillary Clinton got more popular vote than she. He talked about it for years. Someone shoots at you in front of the world and you don't talk about it ever again.
Make it make
Gotcha.
sense. Make it make sense, please. I'm all ears. And I have a saying,
Which is more than Trump, more ears than Trump.
and I have it's my cynicism at this point because I'm truly jaded. But I think that man is going to be long gone back to the mud before all of the truth surfaces.
Yeah.
You're going to hear all of everything, but he'll be long gone, long gone.
Or we're gonna know it, but we might be 80, but we're gonna know it all. I don't know. Y'all might be 70, but I might be 84. I don't know. Because I'm older than all of y'all.
Congress has been interested in this, as well as there's a grand jury now set up investigating Pete Hegseth because he said kill them all in the Venezuelan boat attack and had him attack the survivors that were clinging to the boat after it was sinking. How's this going to go for Pete Hegseth? This grand jury investigating him. Is he going to be looking at any criminal charges?
Pete Hegseth.
It's not a grand jury.
Hegseth.
It's not a grand jury. It's a congressional investigation at this point.
I thought there was a grand jury set up for him.
Congressional. It's congressional. It's one congressional committee in the Senate and one in the House. So there's two committees looking into him.
He's leaving. 401s was just tried to jump out. He's going to a different branch. They're gonna say, you're not gonna be head of this, but you're gonna be over this, or you're going over here. You're going to the second floor. They're giving him another offer, Jen.
Another offer to go away.
Yeah, they're not going to let him fail, but they're going to get him out of there. And he's going to be up against, I think he's going to be up against cosplay. Dog Hunter.
Christy, no.
Yeah.
We're going to look at her next because she's got an issue.
Yes, she has all the tender sweetness of a sick crocodile, as they say.
Yeah.
I have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. I agree with Lori. I think with the Emperor and the Eight of Cups, he goes somewhere, but not completely away. I think with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles is work still. So he may have some other thing because he's in the loser. Five of Cups is still in full support of Pete Hegseth. Because mind you, they want the same thing.
Yeah.
Destroy, kill anyone you want to, go forward. Donald Trump is defending all of these attacks and so forth and so forth, even though the international community is like, you have to stop doing this. This is illegal. This is that and the other thing. Yeah, but there may be some sacrifice of some kind. Depends on how bad this possibly gets. He could be out completely, but I don't think so right now. Because
They're
again,
not going to let him think right this second.
Trump is in support of all that he's doing. So why would he go anywhere?
And he's a party boy.
Yeah.
What you getting, Lori?
Yeah, they're not going to let him think right now. They're not going to let him think. They're hanging on. He's got to go up against Noam. I think she might be bigger than what he thinks. I don't know. We'll see. If you remember correctly, I think it was Bannon and Scaramucci and Kelly Conway and her husband that said that Trump liked to pit them against each other. Like say, well, Bannon doesn't like you. So Noam doesn't like this person. And then this person doesn't like this person. And
Isn't that what he did on The Apprentice?
yeah. Yeah. And then and then let them fight it out. But they're not going to let him fall that far. He's going to have a problem, but they're not going to let him fall that far.
It's funny because Trump was doing a roundtable meeting with Kash Patel, and the press heard rumors that he was going to get rid of Kash Patel, and Kash is sitting right across from it. It's like he doesn't realize that's Kash Patel. That's how demented he is now.
Yeah. I mean,
And he's like, "Oh, Kash, I like him." Like he's not even in the room, sitting right across from him. Yeah, this has corruption all over it. So he's secure in his position for a while because he's Department of War. He's not Department of Homeland Defense or Department of Defense. It's Department of War. So Trump does support him and the work that he does. He's going to try to move the government on to something else, stirring up more lies and stuff. And it wouldn't surprise me if Hegseth lies to the committee. He's eventually trapped in this. But I get Trump would just put him in some surprising job somewhere else. Like he's a bad penny that's going to keep turning up.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. He gets moved, like in a chess game. But I think out of all the readings that I've done, I've always gotten the Ten of Swords for Kash Patel. So Kash Patel is toast. It's like I won't even read on him anymore after the outcome card comes up. 10 of Swords for Kash Patel 5 times. I'm done because I don't need to ask my guides anymore. It's the same thing as Kirk, but in a different way.
Sacrifice.
I think
So Kristi Noem has been thrown under the bus in court for violating court orders and kept flying people out of the country to detention centers. Because the judge said, okay, who gave the order? So I'd love to see the judge take it higher. Like, did Trump tell Noem? But it's come out that it was Noem that told them, keep flying, keep going. Is Kristi Noem going to be held in contempt? Is she going to have any serious repercussions?
Judge Boasberg that is holding her feet to the fire there. All right, let's see what happens to Kristi Noem.
I'd love to see him take some of these people away in handcuffs, but I'll believe it when I see it.
She does receive a burden of some kind, so this is not something that they can immediately wash away. It has a ripple effect, but there is a man who is helping her manipulate some things there, whoever that is. So it's not Donald Trump, though. There's somebody here helping her to manipulate, maybe an attorney of some kind, but she may be burdened, but she is not going to be done in by such a thing.
Oh my God. Are you ready?
What you getting?
Not only is she burdened, but she will be suppressed for a moment, and then she will come out with her biggest disguises and cosplay costumes with new hair, new branding, new everything across the United States. She's going to be the biggest star in the whole world. She might put out Kash Patel, but she is going to far surpass every single person in the most gross way. I can't even believe it.
It's almost like it'll get manipulated. So if the judge tries to burden her, then Trump's going to come in and say, okay, then I pardon her and change it. That's going to be his method of fighting it, is pardon her.
Yeah,
He's going to change whatever the decision is, but the corruption will continue. She's not finished.
And remember, when she was governor in South Dakota or whatever, she voted for no free lunches for kids. Just remember that. Just
Pro-life.
remember. But she is what? North Dakota?
Pro-life.
Was it? Oh yeah. Oh, pro-life. Yeah, bring them in, but don't feed them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that makes a whole lot of sense. But this is so bad. She is going to. Oh my God! I could never even believe this if I didn't even see this myself. I can't even believe it. She's gonna beat out Hegseth and Patel. She's gonna beat them both out. They're after her. Patel is after her because he keeps blaming her. She's the one that said the plane could land and turn around or go. So he's saying that but she comes out. She's the winner.
Because she's got the Mar-a-Lago look now.
There it is.
Mhm.
I mean, I can't even tell this. We're all gunning for her. She is the star. So she can just cosplay all she get some more extensions, some more cowboy hats, another horse, get you a fucking unicorn.
Did you pull cards on this, Becca?
No.
Okay. All right. Erica
That was shocking to me.
Kirk has bought a house in East Tennessee. And Vance has been going to Tennessee campaigning for the Democrat, for the special election, but he's been going down there every Monday and Friday. But, the election, it's a district that's around the Nashville area. But, Erica's got a new home up in East Tennessee. And Usha's not wearing her wedding ring anymore. So are they continuing their relationship?
All
Are they
right.
bumping uglies? Is what you're
Are
trying
they
to say.
bumping uglies?
I mean, look, this could be fantastic.
JD Vance and
Everything he
Erica
touches,
are they?
literally everything JD Vance touches dies. So he touches her and she dies. But we all know she's a Black Widow, so she touches him and he dies. 2 birds, 1 stone, dude.
Yeah.
This could work out fantastically for us. So
Are they still bumping uglies? And is she pregnant? What's going on there? Every Monday and Friday.
Okay, no. All right, there's other people. There's other fucking other people. So it's Kardashian. There's other people. So I hope that they are douching, and I hope that they are cleaning.
wrapping it.
There's many people. There's lots of semen flowing everywhere. Oh my God. Oh my God. They're cheating. They're seething. They're cheating. They're having horny times. There's Kardashian. Oh my God. This is so. Can we get this on the camera? All right.
So
Is there going to be herpes?
Dude,
they are.
you have herpes from Trump. You ain't getting rid of that shit stain.
I did Oracle cards because, and I asked, is Erica Kirk, who again, she too has all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile. I asked, is she pregnant with JD Vance's baby? And okay, because she trended on Twitter. And I got milk and honey. This means this is what you want. This is your prize and your treasure. And I got higher power, which is God. So so she's got the Mary baby. It's
There's no way.
Immaculate conception. It's Charlie's. You know, Johnny, you just did a GT on Erica not long ago, and I think you got a move for her. And you know, there's the move in the past here. She moved, relocated. It's immaculate conception.
We got soulmates on the bottom. If that complicates
What is that?
It's soulmates is what's on the bottom. So
Oh man, two of a kind. That's what I'm getting. It's their lifestyle. Like that's, you know, he's planning on spending Christmas with her, getting away with it. You know, so you know, Usha's over here like disgusted. You know, JD, there are 3 men here. I think you ought to ask what's happening on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Exactly.
Because this is an opportunist woman.
She's getting passed around.
Exactly. 100%.
She's getting passed around like a joint at a frat party, dude.
Ooh.
She's passed around like Epstein passed Melania.
I get the man, the clouds, the fish. Are they bumping uglies? No. He's pretty unsure and uncertain what to do about Trump, but he's looking out for his own prosperity and opportunity and all that stuff. So he's just there making alliances to see how he can, because he knows that's part of the plan. He's not there for window dressing. He knows that Mango,
Unless she's got a nice leather couch.
that Mango is going to be exiting stage left soon. You know, so
Because I thought you were going to say he was unsure of what to do with Erica. And I'm like, of course he is.
I mean, we are talking about a couch fucker. So
My mind's going.
maybe that's why she's wearing all that leather, because she found out he has a template for leather
She's
couches.
cosplaying as a Sealy Foster Pete.
Leather, crazy boy leather couches and sofas and love seats.
Oh my God.
That way you can just wipe it off, you know? So
He has a cowl fetish.
oh my God.
Sofas and ottomans are not safe.
Satan, come get your children, please.
Hey man,
Speaking of Satan,
don't put this on. We've had this conversation, Johnny. It's God. God is the bad one. Okay. Satan's just over there minding his own damn business.
Okay.
thank you for joining us, Lori.
Okay, so there is lust, gossip, and this is never gonna fly, and it's just too much, and it crashes and burns. No.
She's in the land of Dollywood with her new home. Come on, you know, Dolly
She will
Dolly
never-
fans won't take that.
She will never be Dolly. I mean, we can look at her future, but she
Speaking of demons, Bannon, who was doing a documentary on Epstein to turn around his reputation right before he got arrested, you know, the second time for trafficking. Now he's got a new documentary. He's got a trailer out for a new documentary called Monsters. The people Epstein ran around with, which I'm sure he's going to say is all Democrats, you know, but why suddenly, if he was trying to rejuvenate Epstein's reputation, why suddenly now is he turning on him and saying, well, but he partnered with this guy and this guy and this guy? What's
And
up
this
with
is-
Bannon?
and this Steve Bannon was good friends with Epstein. So
Yeah,
this is how
he was you know, after his little problem and sweetheart deal in Florida,
No,
he was trying to renew his reputation in a positive way. He's trying to turn his reputation around. So, you know, they talked a lot, they emailed a lot, you know, it was in the
He was
documents that just released.
He was released the Epstein files, and
It-
now he's not.
Well, he was supposed to launch this new documentary on Epstein to save his reputation, but he held back because Epstein got arrested again, like the day he was supposed to release it. But now suddenly the documentary is called Monsters. So he's painting a different picture of Epstein. What's the turnaround, Stevie? Are you worried about being in those files? Because we've already seen your name in a lot of emails.
Yeah, well, I hope he takes Michael Wolff right with him. The complicit author of the book that just sat there and took notes while young girls were being taken advantage of. How dare you? How do you think we're stupid? Do you think we're stupid? We know what you did. You know, you sat there for years while Epstein abused women and Ghislaine Maxwell. How dare you?
Because he probably partook in those abuses.
And
Mhm.
or just to get the money for the story. But you are complicit. If you are sitting there where a crime is happening, you are complicit.
And that's exactly what I had to say about that reporter, that journalist, Wolf.
Michael Wolff.
I
If
just
he's showing you pictures
Michael
of
Wolff.
Donald Trump with minors that are undressed, did it not cross your mind I should contact the authorities? I am not a journalist. I don't know what the ethics are, but you would think you would have a moral obligation to
Yes.
report something like that. Instead, I'm going to keep this on the back burner so I can write a book. He is complicit, and he also helped to exploit those young girls
Exactly.
by not opening his mouth.
Exactly.
But don't forget, Bannon, Breitbart is owned by the Mercers. So maybe the Mercers, maybe Daddy Mercer's in the files or something. Or maybe Daddy Mercer said, you know what, you need to clean
It is
this up.
supposed to grow.
Oh shit, you froze, Johnny.
Wait.
Back.
Yeah, I see. You got all the spinning circles around here. Am I back now?
You're back.
Yeah, start over because you got cut off, please.
Okay. The Page of Pentacles and the Empress, it's supposed to grow his documentary, basically, or the money and the value thereof. Because Knight of Wands, he's marching in a new direction because that's where the profit will be. You can't really make a lot of right now trying to redeem the image of Jeffrey Epstein because it's not working for Megyn Kelly and that other Catholic league guy. So if you try to expose not necessarily Epstein, but all the people that were with him, and then you could start to drop some of the big names because, Prince Harry was on the list, even though it's just the list, and Bill Gates is on the list, then Bill Clinton's on the list. So you can try to draw these little parallels to all these famous people and so forth and so forth. And so it's just to make money or a profit for his thing.
Yeah. What you getting, Lori?
Stevie 3 shirts. 3 pens is going to be he's going to be excommunicated. I mean, he just can't. There's nothing he can do. He can just stand there and hope and wish upon a star. I mean, he'll still have his show or whatever, but no, it's not.
Yeah. It's just propaganda. He's flinging stones, because he's so emotional that, like travel that he's done with Epstein, and he was an inside man. Like he knew what was going on, and he's not accepting. He's trying to detach himself from that lifestyle. And it's all about, I can make a lot of money off of this, a lot. But he's trying to get people to also look at the victims differently. So he's trying to spin that narrative. But yeah, it's all about the money. He's just a smug little bastard.
I get the heart-shaped clover bird's whip out of a desire to transition the conversation to people that he wants to criticize. and to steer the conversation and the gossip towards the sex and his competition, the people that he's looking to criticize. So
Trump's talking about pardoning the former Honduran president
Oh my God.
who was convicted on all kinds of drug stuff. You know, he's targeting drugs, but he's gonna pardon this guy. Is this pardon gonna go through?
You
They
know,
brought the guy here to put him on trial.
I thought it already went through.
that's what I thought you said earlier.
The Honduran president.
He's already had the trial. I don't know if the pardon's already gone through.
Already gone through. I believe
Let me
it's already gone through.
Well, I get yes either way. Get Ace of Wands, which is confirmation, yes. And I get the runes, I also get favoritism, so yes.
As of 2 days ago, it says that he's planning on pardoning him.
No, it's already done. It's done. I mean, I'm getting it's done. And it's getting it done. I mean, at least they're going there.
I
They
get
can blow up all the ships and all the things that you think could bring in the drugs in, but the big drug kingpin cartel, for sure, that's been bringing the drugs into.
I get the lilies, the sun, the mountain. Yes. My question is, this is reading like he did it as some sort of quid pro quo because of energy and minds. I don't know what's in Honduras. I don't know if it's like Venezuela where they have access to all this oil and rare earth minerals, but this is reading like he did it. It's happened, and it happened peacefully because of energy and minds.
Wow.
Energy and
Don Jr.'s supply.
So,
Well, and there's that.
Yeah, I get in secret he's done it. There's something he's trying to manipulate and get out of this. So
We need something funny, Jenlyn.
but you didn't find Erica Kirk funny? I almost called her Erica Trump. She's so like the Trumps.
Yeah, apropos. Yeah.
So JP Morgan said they are not giving $20 million to the Golden Ballroom, nor are they contributing to the money for Argentina. Well, we knew
financed Epstein.
they financed Epstein. It's like, of course you're not giving money for Argentina. That's coming out of our taxpayer money. Nobody's giving money for that.
Chase, if you are watching this right now and you have a bank account with Chase, you've lost your mind, because they just create new accounts and they'll take all of your information. Take your money out of there and go to another bank, please. For entertainment purposes only. Sorry.
credit unions preferably. Thank you.
So they're afraid of future investigations, because they bankrolled Epstein. Are they going to get caught up in investigations over Epstein?
JP Morgan Chase. And they say, oh, we're not going to fund the ballroom because we don't want to do this next Department of Justice. We don't want to show Department of favoritism.
Yes. First card, justice. Last card, two of swords. So this may be something that is caught up in litigation for quite some time too. Mind you, the head of JP Morgan Chase is a Kamala Harris supporter, so they have some fuel for the fire to go after such a thing. Yes, I think so. It ends in the Ten of Swords, so some pain's coming that way, maybe a fine of some kind, but yes.
You know, they know more too. I think there's emails and stuff with Epstein. At least with one of the men, whether that's Dimian or whatever his name is. Diamond. There's definitely going to be some charges. I get new court problems leading into investigations or stemming from investigations. It's like they knew who other people that were participating in these gatherings at the homes. So some of them being celebrities or known people, like people that you would recognize their names. So they're trying to distance themselves from it, but they're caught right there with it. They're going to have future charges.
I got the Clover, the Sun, the letter. Yeah, mail, correspondence, receipts, records, either through the estate and all the stuff that keeps coming up. They might find emails or correspondence, but yeah, they're going to get caught up in all of it. So
I'm going. I'm just going to tell you that this is going to be one of the biggest, most explosive, and things that comes up in the news right away, like on the doorstep, and they are never going to be okay ever again. Like they are going to have to go to Plan B. They're never going to have their structure will change. This is really, 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 really bad for them. It's life changing, and they will not be on the S&P the way they are now. And this is really bad.
There's money laundering involved, so
yeah, and it's never going to be the same ever again. Chase already sucked, but now they suck. I mean, it's so bad. It's the tower. Like you're done. You're done. How many times has he lied? How many times did people believe this stupid joker? Like what he foretells how the economy is going to be. He's such a joke.
yeah.
He's such a joke.
So MTG, knowing how Trump targets his enemies, is she safe or is she going to have a barbell dropped on her?
Did I tell you that Rick Scott had his house swatted?
Oh, you did Thursday, you told me.
In Naples, his house was swatted. Second time, he wasn't there.
MTG, is she safe?
Becca didn't hear me. Becca, did you hear me?
She's concentrating. She always concentrates as she's asking the question.
All right, MTG.
MTG, is she safe or is Trump going to target her? Stick the housing authority on her?
If she will get somewhere and sit down, she'll be all right. If she starts doing all that yapping and talking and protesting and Republicans are bad, they're going in a wrong direction, and they shouldn't be called Trump Republicans. And this, that, and the. If she starts doing all of that, then I get a bunch of wands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. If she'll just go away, maintain the balance and just go away. 4 of Wands, 8, 7 of Pentacles. Go count your money at your house or something like that. You'll be fine. Word of warning is 9 of Wands. You stand the potential to be under strain and under pressure. The Hermit, you also stand the potential of being investigated for something. And so if you'll go away, 4 of Swords, this is your word of solace. So if you just go away and retreat, she'll be fine. If not, then there's somebody that is going to look into her and cause a bunch of problems and put her in defense mode.
Might find a window on the 18th floor open. What you getting, Lori?
She is not safe. She is not safe, and Putin is out to. She is not safe. She is not safe.
What you getting, Lori or Becca?
Whip Rider Storks. The threats, the delivery of threats, people that are threatening her that we're going to come kick your ass, that's going to elevate, increase, go up. And I'll say this again. We have hated that woman for close to a decade. Not once has she had to fear for her life. You fall out with Trump, and a week later, you're having to up your security. Tells you all you need to know. And let me remind you that she also helped to usher in political violence herself.
Yeah.
And now she's calling for us to bring down the temperature. You partook in this mess.
Yeah, she didn't soften January 6th at all.
She didn't soften January 6th. She posted pictures of her holding a gun against Pelosi's head, which I am not a fan of Pelosi, but that's you don't do that, you know? And now you're going to go crying and screaming, oh, I need to stop you. This needs to, when you helped usher in, you saw a burning house and you decided, let me go throw some more gasoline on there. And now you're crying because it's happening to you. You made your bed, bitch, sleep in it. You know, that's all I'm going to say.
This will be part of Trump's legacy, to unalive people and burden them. That's what he's going to be remembered for, you know, that he was a dictator. So yeah, very, very Russian energy here. Support would probably, you know, get away with something if they could. I get her security around her is quite anxious. So yeah, she's in danger.
I think she's in big danger. I don't think she's in little danger.
I would say, not my cars, just me. More with It's Not Real than Pootie. Because she has been an extremely vocal critic of It's Not Real.
Mhm.
And It's Not Real lately has been extremely unencumbered about shutting people up, shutting up any dissent. So
I
I'm
think you're right.
I'm just saying. So I don't get that she's going to fall out a window or anything. I'm just saying that the threats against her is going to increase.
It's just really so bad. The team that you signed on, and you think you can turn around and about face and.
Oh no, the leopards are eating my face. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just, you know, she was one of the architects that helped to bring us to where we are today.
I will never forgive Marjorie Taylor Greene for following David Hogue after the shooting. I will never, ever, ever forgive her for that. Ever. I'll adjust the way I think about her. but I will never forgive her for what she
And
did.
she's lucky.
And that was putting a target on his back. That's telling MAGA, oh, go after this guy.
And think about what a fucking coward, pardon my French, what a fucking coward you have to be to publicly harass a minor for political gain. And then the minute adults come after you, oh, I can't do this. Talking all that shit in New York City, and then she ran out of there because people are blowing whistles. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like the rest of them. They run their mouth, they stir the pot, they throw gas on a freaking burning house, and the minute anything happens, they're the first ones to be ass and elbows off the scene.
Right.
You know,
And Jennifer Lopez went through that terrible school shooting. It's like, how you can't. I can't unerase that. I can't unsee it. You can't. And she's never apologized to him.
No.
He would have to get right up here with him to say, I was stupid, and then I was stupid, and then it was more stupid, and I'm so sorry. And there's nothing you can.
And even if she were to apologize, Lori, I wouldn't believe it, because she's proven herself over the last decade to be an opportunistic, lying bitch. That's it.
If Trump takes us into Venezuela without congressional approval, will we see the UN? Will we see the UN or NATO or anyone do sanctions against the U.S.?
I'll sit this one out. And for everybody screaming about the ICC and the Hague, we are not part of the ICC. We are not part of the Hague. Okay? So get it out of your heads that they're going to come arrest him or that we're going to hand him over, because since little Bush, we have not participated with the ICC. Now, if he were to go somewhere else and get extradited from that country, so be it. However, that comes with a caveat, because under Bush, it was put into law that not only are we not participating in the ICC and the Hague and all that stuff, but if you come and you take somebody from the United States and go to prosecute him, we are then entitled to take our military to said country and take that person back. So,
which is really interesting, because a lot of it started with a person here in the U.S. that prosecuted a lot of the Nazis in Nuremberg.
But we haven't.
So we were participating after World War II, and then all of a sudden they start pulling us out of there.
It was because of Bush and Cheney that committed a shit ton of war crimes. That's when they got us out of the ICC.
Johnny,
are we going to see sanctions?
Johnny, we need a word. Johnny, are you there? What are you going to say?
Kind of. I keep getting the little spinny circles. Here's the thing. There's going to be a bunch of it, but what does it matter? We're not dealing with a person who respects laws, customs, traditions, anything of any kind. So unless you're going to bomb DC and force him out and so forth, like the bomb in the foxhole type thing, nothing happens. But I get action. There's the Knight of Swords. There's the people there with the Ace of Cups. There's the Queen of Wands. Someone makes a decision to battle with the Five of Wands, to battle and fight and battle. But to see this being some sort of gavel that's slammed down and Donald Trump is then
and he fell out. What you getting, Lori?
I'm still shuffling. Go to Becca.
No, I sat this one out.
Yeah. I guess they think that Trump's going to be dead soon, so they might do a little bit to put pressure on our government to tamper this down. They might, this is a yes. but they think there's going to be a change in leadership. So whatever they do, it's small, but I do get a yes. Because they see deaths coming from this. So sanctions, yes,
Yeah.
but small ones.
They're trying to focus on stability, but there's still corporate greed here. I just don't. There's just really a problem with money. They're trying to stabilize, but there's a problem with money.
So
I was thinking about the grand tableau that I did on Trump a while ago, a few months ago,
Yeah.
and how we knew it was like he was coming to the end. In the column for November, it had the death or the passing of one or more executives. Dick Cheney just passed away this month.
Yep.
And that was in the column of November. If you go back and watch the video, it's right down the column of November. So it's close. We'll see.
we're getting there. It's funny because the other day Lori and I were reading on when's he gonna go, and I see multiple exit dates for people. I'll see anywhere from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
There's one in early December, there's one in January, and there's another one in February. So he's got it, and he had one in October.
So
So yeah, he's not going to be around a lot longer.
Where's Johnny?
He fell out. He'll be back when he can get his Wi-Fi working again.
In the same place?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
So, will the U.S. ever recover as a world leader and a trusted ally?
I didn't have it.
Let's say by 2030. Will we be seen again as a trusted ally? And, we've always led in technology and different things. So, will we be seen as a trusted leader ever again? Kind of a heads up to Europe and stuff, like, because we're a democracy, sometimes we're going to have a bad one in the White House. I'm just surprised he hasn't put golden arches on the White House yet. Is this something that's going to take longer than the next 4 years?
I got the Bear Child Stars, a very small group of oligarchs that control everything, and it is widespread. The internet, the media, propaganda, companies, resources, electricity, internet, social media, all that stuff. However, it can also be, so will we regain our footing on the world stage? We're being recognized as a country where a small group of oligarchs are in control and manufacture everything and rig the game in their favor, regardless of what it burns down. They're only concerned about their success,
Okay.
especially the technocrats, a small group of technocrats like the Peter Thiels and the Elon Musks and those people. I don't see religious people in here like Project 2025 Heritage Foundation people.
No, it's the moneyed people.
It's the small group of technocrats that want to rule everything. With that said, that's how we're being recognized. That's how we will continue to be recognized if and only if when we have a new executive that is younger that can turn things around. Bear executive, child, younger and new, stars, new direction. Do you see what I'm saying? So until we get new blood and somebody that says enough of this shit, and I'm not talking about a new president, I'm also talking about cleaning house up and down the ticket in the House, in the Senate, in your local elections, all the way up and down the ticket. Until then, we will be a country that will be recognized as a country that is run by technocrats for their own purposes, and we become a danger not just to ourselves but to everybody around us and other countries. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely it does. Until there's laws in place to try to curb some of this, the corruption of the wealthy that bully us. But I do get a yes. I do get a yes for America when we have a female Democrat. Will do a lot to heal the presidency. Whoever that may be. I'll just leave that there. What you getting, Lori?
I also get a female Democrat that will help. The people that are already here in place will somewhat feel okay, but it's very, very difficult. And the United States will not be seen as a place where you can have a medium income or anything. They're liars, cheaters. This is a big no. No. And everyone knows it.
There's got to be regulations put in place and control mechanisms, even on the presidency. They've got to put laws in effect that if you're a convicted felon, you can't run for president.
We haven't amended the
Oh,
Constitution.
you can come here, but you can't be free. You can come, but you can't be free. No.
We haven't amended the Constitution since when, Jen? The 60s? The 70s?
Yes. Oh, the Republicans would love to rewrite the whole thing.
and the thing is, as we're seeing right now, I would love to know how Merrick Garland is feeling about all this shit right now, because
Merrick Garland is going to have another asshole when I get done.
because the reports are just now coming out that he intentionally slow walked the entire thing with Jack Smith to appoint Jack Smith to indict and take Trump to trial. He intentionally slow walked it. So now we have a situation on our hands where the people, the Peter Thiels and Elon Musks of this world, are not going to stop. And they're not going to stop within our borders. They're doing it across the board. They're doing it in Europe. They're doing it with their allies. They're doing it all over South America. These people are dangerous because their greed knows no bounds. And we have failed fucking miserably
To reel them in. We went through this at the turn of the century with the Carnegies and Vanderbilts and all of that. So the one way we won against them was starting labor unions, stopping child labor. Those are all things that happened at the turn of the century. My grandfather in 1909 worked in a rock quarry at 9 years old. Yeah. So it's not the first time we've been through this. Final question. Are we going to be happy with the obituaries in December before Christmas?
I was going to ask, is Trump going to die in December? I'll just put it easy.
Are we going to be happy with the obituaries in December?
I think he's going to die later, but he's going to be taken out. All right. Are we going to be happy with the obituaries in December?
Can I go first?
Absolutely.
I asked simply, is Trump going to die in December? Fish, storks, mountain. No, but he's going to have an abundance of strokes. An abundance of strokes and something that's clogged. So hopefully he strokes out on television and we can all laugh about it. I'll laugh about it. If you're one of those clutch your pearls, I don't do that, I'll laugh for you. Okay? Because I'm not Mother Teresa. I am not Mother Teresa up in this house. So
We may have a new leader, even if yeah, that's strokes for me too. Like it's a big problem. It's chaotic because he's having a bunch of strokes.
I get a lot of strokes, and a lot of blockages and problems.
Burdened and I get like we're very guarded in what we're spending money on during the holidays. People aren't buying as many presents and things like that. So, but I do get there's a new job, a new leader, but that's strokes because it affects the head for me. He has a hard time in December. Meh. What you getting, Lori?
Well, all we did was ask if there was going to be death, or just disruptions. And yes, there are. There are going to be deaths and disruptions. But the end of one way, the beginning of a new way. So the answer is yes. You didn't ask if it was going to be Republican or Democrat or big shakeups, giant shakeups. Giant.
What you getting, Johnny?
4 of Cups, no, but 4 of Cups is a perspective. You can see it as a no, or you can see it as a blessing that you are unable to recognize because you're jaded by your reality. And so something is happening that you should celebrate if you want to celebrate that type of thing. But the thing you were looking for is not exactly what you need right now.
I'm going to write that down. Johnny said no.
But hey, on a brighter note, remember that one week we all thought he was dead and we were so happy? Let's reclaim that. Let's have another week where all going to think he's fucking dead and we're all going to be celebrating. Thank you.
I think
you.
one day we'll be happy with the obituaries. I think that's when he had a near-death experience. I think he
a big tower.
Yeah, because that's when he started talking about heaven when he came back to life.
Every day.
That he wasn't getting in. I forgot to mention at the beginning. Next Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Central Time, I'm going to be on Gail's Spark Soul Therapy channel doing Sacred Sounds of Coffee December edition. We do it once a month, so please, if you haven't subscribed to Spark Soul Therapy, subscribe so you can join us for Sacred Sounds of Coffee Sunday morning. Anybody else got anything else?
No, I made it. I made it through the 2 hours.
You made it through 2 hours.
Past my bedtime.
It's past her bedtime.
We'll be back on my channel next week.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're on Becca's channel, House of Lenormand. You got to subscribe to us all if you want to chat in the chat. Somebody commented on one of our videos. I'm like, you can't chat unless you subscribe. We put it on subscriber mode only, so it keeps the trolls out.
And watch your energy. None of this, when they go low, we go high bullshit. Like I said last week and the week before, embrace your inner anger. Curse the village, curse the administration, curse him personally, get you a bag of Cheetos and smash it with some tourmaline. Be toxic, okay? Be toxic. It's good for your soul. It's good for your heart. It'll make you feel better. It might not kill them, but it'll make you feel better. So
and thank you for the super chats tonight, everybody. We will see you next Sunday, Petty Boots, on Becca's channel, House of Lenormand. If you aren't subscribed, go find her. And thank you for joining us.
peace out, everybody.